First one on the list for today is what most people call a fishing net. For us is a chicken net. I spent so much time and energy running after chickens, chasing them around, and they always seem to run out in front of you just out of your reach. This works great to be able to get that extra reach and snag them real quick. All right, since we're talking about fishing supplies anyways, this here, what most people see as a tackle box, is my bolt organizer. I need to keep things nice and organized around here, and this works great. I keep some miscellaneous stuff in the bottom, 1/4-inch bolts and nuts, 5/16 and 3/8. And a quick tip, bolts and nuts at Tractor Supply are a lot cheaper than anywhere else. You can buy them in bulk, and every time I go to get something for a project that I'm working on, I always grab a handful extra and store them in here, so I've got plenty of stuff on hand for all the different things I've got going on around here on our homestead. One thing that may seem fairly obvious but is really important for your homestead is to have a headlamp. There are so many things around here that we got to do out in the dark with tools or with animals that we need to have our hands free. This makes all the difference. Another thing that may seem fairly obvious is having your tools easily accessible and portable. There's so many things that we do around our homestead, whether it's on the barn, on the fence, things like that, that I need to take my tools with me. And so I keep them in this bucket here, which works really great to be able to put my drills down inside or even parts and stuff, and then have the smaller hand tools on the outside that makes them quick and easy to find and get. Sometimes when I'm working on one of those projects outside, I might drop a screw. In the grass, working outside and stuff, sometimes those screws can be really hard to find. But this magnet saves me a lot of time and saves bare feet and tires too. Me and Izzy are headed out to our back pasture. We're gonna do a couple things and we'll show you the next couple tools on our list. I changed up this corner here and I tried to pull this T-post out. Oy! Cannot get it. So, next up here we have our T-post puller. I have just about pulled some muscles trying to pull out T-post before, and this helps a lot. Try it, Izzy. Go. Alright, let's go down again. I think I even tried it with the tractor. Just lifted the front end of the tractor.
It did?
Yeah. There we go. When most people are getting their fencing supplies, they're thinking of putting fence in, but there's so many times with electric fencing that I'm switching stuff around that I got to take fence out. There is a time obviously that you are putting fence in, and there's a lot of times even after you get your perimeter fences in that you're putting in some dividing fences like this temporary one here, and I need to pound in my temporary post. Pounding this in and carrying this big honking thing around to pound these in, obviously that's going to work to pound it in, but this is too heavy to carry around putting in temporary fence and stuff. And this little guy right here that I use for a lot of things, that's going to take way too long. Izzy, what do you got? Yes, I've got a 4-pound sledge here. A 3 or 4 pound sledge would work, and this will put these kind of posts in. And it's something that's pretty easy to carry around when you're just needing to go fix some stuff or add in a temporary fence. My Leatherman is one of my favorite tools. Got it on me all the time. Whether I need it to fix a fence, cut some wire, it's got a good blade on it for cutting hay bales and straw bales. And when I'm in a pinch, got a loose screw or something, it's got my screwdrivers covered also. This one goes with me everywhere. This takes too long. And it splashes out too easily. This is more like it. This funnel here is awesome. Saves a lot of time, saves a lot of splashing, and it's a super cheap thing to invest in to be a little more efficient. This big wheelbarrow is one of the biggest blessings on our homestead because I actually found it in a dumpster, and I kind of doubt I ever would have bought one if it wasn't for that, because I think they're about $500. This is a 10 cube wheelbarrow, and it's got 2 wheels in the front, so it stays very stable. And had broken handles and everything, put new handles on it and painted the metal stuff, put some tubes in the tires, and so for about 40 bucks or so, I had a good wheelbarrow. So we've got a manure fork for manure and things like that. Got a hay fork for hay and things like that. And then here is, I believe it would be used for mucking out horse stalls, but we use it for our wood chips. And that's what you need to use for wood chips, because a shovel won't go into the pile and the other forks have tines that are too far apart and the wood chips just fall through. I need to go dump this load of wood chips in our little cow shed, but before we do that, I'm gonna go grab a couple little helpers. One of the biggest reasons that we started a homestead was for a good place to raise our children, and we wanted a place where they could learn responsibility, learn good work ethic, and also have fun together as a family. And we found that they like to work with us so much more as if they have good tools, real tools that actually work. We try to start them off with some tools that actually work, and yes, most of them are kid size and stuff, but we try to do our best. Just recently they grew out of their little shovels, and so they got some bigger ones. Tears and Kay, do you want to show them your new shovels? Yeah, these are real shovels here. They are shorter with the D handle on them, so they still work good for them, but they are bigger and stronger, like real shovels, right? Yeah. And we got these wheelbarrows here behind us that they're going to use to load up with wood chips in just a second. Pick it up.
Gotta help.
We gotta just turn it a little bit then. Are you stuck? You got it. Rakes is something that we didn't get for all the children, but we do have one kid's rake here. Show them your rake, Cade. Yep, this one works pretty good, but again, it's starting to grow out of that kind of stuff, so we're gonna have to get some more big ones. But we're gonna go ahead and smooth these wood chips out real quick. Alright, this is Kadesh's pitchfork here. Show them the pitchfork. That's nothing we don't have for all of them, but we do have one smaller one that they can all share. And since Izzy didn't get to do any of the raking with the wood chips, he wanted to show you guys a pitchfork. All right, what do you guys got there?
Hoe!
All right, can you take care of some weeds right there by the strawberry patch?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.